How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another Draco Reaction Vlogs. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the channel. So today, our first Premier League match, Spurs 3, Burnley 0. I'll say the team had a pretty good performance today, especially in the second half when, after scoring the two goals in the second half, we just looked like we just locked Burnley off in attacking. But we'll get into the match pretty quickly. Do want to suggest that don't forget to subscribe and share the video as well. But during the match, I think when we kicked off, we actually started pretty well, to be honest. Not even the first minute, we had a chance from Bergval. He kicked it to the keeper, and then the keeper kicked it out for a corner. And so we were right off to a good start. And of course, we couldn't get some shots in. Got one. But then in the 10th minute, I think Kudus was cooking. He did a nice cross, and then Richarlison, he scored the first opener goal. So that was a good goal by Richarlison, and thanks to Kudus with the cross, Richie scored. So we were 1-0 up. But I think after that, besides the chances we've taken in the early minutes, looks like we should allow Burnley to start growing the game. They had a couple opportunities that they should have converted, but they weren't clinical enough in front of goal. They had one of their midfielders learned that he had opportunity to make it 1-1, but luckily Vicario saved it. And then until the first half ended, Burnley were the team that were more likely to come back, at least try to come back, as they were taking the same amount of shots on target and they were taking more shots than us. So we didn't have that much creativity after we scored the opener. So it was a bit worrying, but like I said, Burnley could have easily got one back throughout the game. But in the second half, it's basically more like the same thing. Burnley had more chances, but they weren't clinical enough. And then until the 60th minute came, I think Kudus, he crossed it again. He was going to cook another Burnley player. And Richarlison scored a nice stunning bicycle kick, so we were 2-0 up. And after 2-0 up, I think it was just game for them. I think we looked like the ones to score more. Then later in the second half, Sarr with a nice through ball. Johnson, he stayed on side on the left, and he slotted in to make it 3-0. So it was already game over then. I think Spence had an opportunity to make it 4-0. Same for Kudus, he could have made it 4-0 or 5-0, but they were just a bit off target. I think Spence hit it wide. Then the last set piece in the 80th minute, we took Kudus was outside the box. He kicked it. He took a shot, but it was just well off target. Like I say, this was actually a pretty good performance. We had a better performance in the second half than the first half. And it's nice getting starting off the Premier League with a clean sheet and scoring 3 goals. So I'm pretty happy with the team today. Don't want to say that only Kudus and Sarr have been doing the creativity stuff ever since Madison has been injured. So we do need to work on that creativity a bit, because we do need to be prepared in games where the opposition locks up Kudus and Sarr, when the opposition frustrates them. So we need to work on that. I like to say we should be better, I guess, sorting out the midfield defense. We were open at some points, and that's why we allowed Burnley to had some chances to score or get one back or equalize. So we need to work on that a bit. But other than that, I think Kudus has been pretty good, as well as Sarr. Midfield wasn't even that bad, even though we had both Gray and Bergval starting in the double pivot. So defense looked pretty good. I think Mickey had opportunity to score, and he was also one of our better center backs. He's also able to clear away the ball when some Burnley players were about to score. So I'd say Mickey was pretty good. And it was a nice win to start off Frank's Premier League win after we lost against PSG in the Super Cup. But pretty happy that we scored 3 goals. I think Richie's been playing pretty good. I think he's starting to improve a bit under Frank. And considering how him and Kudus linked up together, I think it's pretty deadly. Once you have another winger, hopefully we get Savio, and then hopefully we get Eze over the line because I heard there were personal terms agreed between him and joining Spurs. He wants to join us, so hopefully if we can get that over the line before the window shuts, I'll be pretty happy. But yeah, I think that was a nice win to kick off our Premier League campaign. We got another big game coming up. We got City next away, and looking at it, I know I just witnessed them. They won 4-0 against Wolves. They just smashed Wolves with their new signings they got in. So I think they're going to be a big problem for us when we go up to Etihad. But if we can address the creativity issues and not be open, I think we can have a result. But other than that, I think Burnley win's nice. It's nice getting to win against newly promoted team, unlike how we did last season. So it's nice to get a good win, nice to get a clean sheet. But like I said, we can continue getting wins consistently, not have our players a bit open when it comes to allowing opposition to have chances to score. I think hopefully if we can address and then as well as addressing the creativity issues, we can probably at least get around the top 5 spot. But I understand, since given the squad we have, given that our only creative options are from Sar and Kudus, if they both get nullified, then we could be finishing 8th or 7th, which is still better than 17th, but it would be nice if we can have a better finish shining as well as a trophy. But here's what it is. Match reaction is going to be a bit short because, like I said, pretty happy about the win. Pretty happy that we have a clean sheet. I hope we can keep it going to the next match. We got Satan away. It's going to be a difficult one. So we're going to see how we do. But pretty proud of the team. I think Kuz definitely deserves a man of the match based on opportunities he's created, as well as some chances on goal he's created. So big up to him. And thanks for everyone for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm out.